Please stand for the pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Today is May 16, 2024. This is the Environmental Conservation Board. We have an agenda that we're going to follow. The first item is Nicholas Piqueras, 10 Sugarbush Court, construct single-family home, driveway, and septic. How are you?
How are you?
Good. There have been no comments or questions from the public. Rich's email regarding the rain garden, I was gonna admit to the file, so I can, here it is. Nope, so I can find it.
I believe he was looking for specific calculations and it was addressed.
You have the DEC permit.
Yep.
I don't see anything from Rich. You got the DEP permit,
Yes.
and Rich, review the most recent submission that the rain garden calculations are sufficient. Okay, has anything changed on the plans or the permits that you previously submitted?
No.
We need the SWIP, approved SWIP is in there? Approved SWIP?
I have a letter from, oh, you want a copy of the approved?
No,
SWIP?
I'm just saying it's in there, right? That was one of our notes from last time. Did you get an approved SWIP?
I believe that, yeah, that was
I
addressed.
think it's in here, right here.
Great.
Okay.
Well driller's license was the last thing.
Oh,
we
yeah,
had.
well driller's license.
Still looking to hire one.
I
I'll have
understand.
it, yeah.
Okay.
I'll supply it.
All right, so then, I'm gonna make that a stipulation, okay, as part of your permit?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do I have a motion to grant permit number 1004 to Nicholas Piqueras for 10 Sugarbush Court, Mahopac, New York, with the following two conditions. One, that the town wetland inspector do a pre and post site visit for the installation of the erosion control. And two, submit a copy of well drill's license prior to work. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, C Rose on Monday,
Thank you.
and we just have to do some, you can sign the permit on Monday and pick up the permit Monday, I believe.
Thank you.
Okay?
All right, have a
Good
good evening.
luck.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, will propose action create a material conflict? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in change of use intensity of the use of land? No.
No.
Will the proposed action have an impact on the critical environmental characteristics? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in adverse change in the existing level of traffic? No. Will the proposed action increase the use of energy? No.
No.
Will the proposed action impact public-private water?
No.
No.
Public-private wastewater? No. Will the proposed action impair the character, quality of important historic architectural or aesthetic resources? No.
No.
That one gets me every time. Will the proposed action result in adverse change to natural resources? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in increase in potential for erosion? No.
No.
And will the proposed action create a hazard to environment, resources, or human health?
No.
Okay. Okay, that one's done. Okay, next is Cabarrus. Viola, formerly Suez Water, Mahopac Wells, behind 34 Coventry, upgrade to existing well site. Please state your name and who you're here to represent.
Nicholas Sparta, representing Veolia Water.
Okay, has anything changed from the, so there are no comments or questions from the public. Rich's email says the SWIP is being reviewed as part of the planning board submission and will be approved as part of their process. Okay, there's no other issues with the permit. Okay, has anything changed from the previous submission?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, do I have a motion to grant permit?
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah,
a couple of quick things I just want to make sure are in the file. Certificate of clean fill, or at least making that a condition, that any material being brought in, this is right behind Coventry, yeah. Any materials that are being brought in have a certificate of clean fill. That was a
I'll
no.
add that, submit. Copies of clean fill.
We also had requested the maintenance plan, O&M, operation and maintenance plan for the copy of that
Let's see if it's here.
in order to understand the long-term clean-out
Yeah, you
systems
remember,
and all of
yeah,
that.
correct. You don't happen to have that, do you?
I do not know.
Hold on, see the. This was April 12th. Okay, so submit copies. Copies of O&M manual, O&M plans, and procedures prior to work. Okay.
We also asked for a tree planting bond.
Okay, we did not get that. Okay, I'm gonna have to add a tree planting bonds, special conditions. How many trees are you planting?
I do not know, I apologize.
Do you know how many there were?
I don't have that on my, notes.
But I have to, I'm okay with approving this with notes, okay? And I can't make that determination on the bond, that's not me, that's the town engineer.
Okay, I'm fine with that. We also had one last requirement, and that was wetland signs be put
They
on.
should have been on the drawing.
Well, when they were here last time, it was not. I don't know if that had been redone, but we didn't get a note indicating that they had made changes from our previous, so I'm not sure if it was actually in. Like, I don't believe that we received a second set of
And what was that, the wetland sign?
wetland signs. That was to place around where the access road was. So this way anyone driving into the property knew that this was protected wetlands.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the following, all right? I am going to read this motion to grant the permit and with the with conditions, okay? All right, do I have a motion to grant permit number 1005 to Viola Water of New York for location behind 34 Coventry Circle, Mahopac, New York, with the following conditions? Next time, do me a favor, whoever the engineer is who presented this stuff, have them come here,
Absolutely.
okay? With the following conditions. One, the town wetland inspector do a pre and post site visit for installation of erosion control. Two, submit copies of clean fill prior to work. Three, submit copies of O&M plans and procedures prior to work for yearly maintenance. Yearly, semi-annual, annual, monthly maintenance. 4, tree bonds to be determined by the town engineer. I will call Rose tomorrow. I'll send her an email on that. And the installation of wetland signs to be installed at the access road as previously discussed.
And an approved SWIP.
I haven't
Oh, you
approved.
have that?
Yeah.
Wait, it's approved?
It's review, it's under
being
review by
reviewed.
Rich.
Right. But it needs to be approved. If it's not
That's
approved
six.
by him, then we have a problem. And you might have to come back before us if there's changes because of the SWIP.
Okay. And number 6 is have an approved SWIP. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We'll have to write Rose a little email today. Okay, so, the wetland, so go back, when you go back, just tell whoever by Monday, I need, when they come to sign this, I need the clean fill prior, I need the copies of the O and M, the plans, the tree bonds we'll get back to you on, the wetland signs, make sure that they're purchased and installed, and this, the SWIP is approved.
Do you want to photograph that?
Please.
Smirking at me. Smirking at me. You took a picture?
Yes.
Okay, so the EAF, so you're done, come Monday, just make sure that we have this stuff, okay?
All right, thank you.
Will the proposed action create a material conflict? No. Will the proposed action result in a change? The use, I mean, if it's okay with the board, everything is no on this?
No.
No.
Yes.
And
Sounds
yeah.
Yes is no.
Yes and no. Another satisfied customer. Okay, next item, Vinco Realty, 615 Route 6N.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening.
Evening.
Could you please state your name and who you're here to represent?
Surrender Das for Vinco Realty.
And you are?
I'm a member, Roberto Bueno.
Okay. And what, so just explain to us what you want to do?
So the house was abandoned for,
Oh, for
more than a decade, and we would like to, renovate it. And to get to that point, we need, according to the wetlands department, we need permission from you guys to proceed.
Okay, so you basically want to just clean up the property?
Yes,
I'll find
exactly.
it eventually, folks. Vinco
So
Realty.
to clean up and, do some sort of landscaping.
Okay, so you're just
Beautify
going to...
it.
Okay, so you were looking for a letter of permission.
Yes.
Okay, the problem I have right now, folks, is 615, oh, forget it, I got it. All right, so how far are you from on this map that you gave us, okay, where is the wetland?
It's in the rear of the property. It's a stream, a small stream in the rear.
Can you, one of you approach here, just draw that small stream in? Show me where the wetland is.
That's the wetland. That's their property.
Okay. Okay, so you're not gonna put anything in the water, right? Okay. Okay, so basically you wanna go out there, rake, do some landscaping, you're not gonna fill anything in, correct? You go to, you're not filling, you're not bringing any clean fill in, you're just raking it, cleaning it,
Right. And
shrubbery?
Any grading? at all?
No, it would be done, everything will be done by hand.
By grading, I mean, are you like flattening any part of the property? Are you raising any part of the
No,
property?
I don't
Anything like
believe
that?
so, no.
Okay.
Is there an excavator currently on the property? No. I
Yes,
noticed one there today.
We just passed by before we came, and there's an excavator closer to the stream. That's not ours.
Yeah, that's not ours.
That's not yours.
That's, we
How
have
did
nothing
it
to do
arrive
with
there?
that.
Whose is it?
I guess, there is a sign on one of the trees saying that it's, I'm guessing that part of the land belongs to the state or,
County.
the county, so, and that's where the stream is.
There was also gravel added and some brush cleared? Was that,
That's in the front, I'm
Okay.
guessing whatever they did, they graded it, yes, the front of the house.
so that was,
Is this the
Let me
property?
have pictures.
Where is this thing?
I don't know.
so have you begun any work on the property yet?
Pictures, the pictures,
You have pictures?
yeah. So these pictures were taken maybe like 2 weeks ago. But we just passed by today.
Do you mind showing me on an overhead map where this property is?
Oh, I know that house.
So that is where it takes me to when I search for the
I know where
property.
the house is. It's the one on 6N. It's right up against the road. It's right, very close to the road. There was a pile of dirt to the left-hand side of it. Looked like somebody had done some digging.
That's not,
Well, it was right next to the house.
yeah, it's on the.
Where is it?
There's also some gravel in front of the house that looks like it was just placed there. It's
That was
Connecticut.
probably done today, that's not us again.
That's right up on the road?
And you don't know who put the gravel there in front of the house?
We just passed by today, and we saw it.
Just on the way here.
Yeah, see, this is the pile I'm looking at. What's that? Is that you?
That's not us, no. So from that point, that way it belongs to, that's where the stream is,
Okay, but who owns this pile?
not us.
Is it on your property?
It's hard to determine, it could be. There's a sign that says no trespassing under the trees and, you know, honestly.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm okay with giving them a letter of permission to clean up the area, okay? If you're gonna make modifications to your house, where you're going up, whatever, you're still gonna have to get the houses, you still gotta get a building department permit. But if you're gonna modify anything from the footprint of the existing house, you need to come back here, okay?
We don't plan on doing that, we just wanna, you know, whatever footprint is there, we'll just do the renovation and have the same layout, everything, whatever was there
And
before.
you're gonna put silt fence up as shown?
Yeah, so that's one of the things Rose told us to do, to
Right.
put up a sill fence.
Okay, so then,
What's
I'm gonna-
what's the future plan for the structure? Is
Um,
there?
To renovate it, to bring it back to the original condition, which was a three-bedroom, single-family home.
all right, so then I'm gonna, so
Can I
the
ask
only,
one more
go
quick
ahead.
question? Did you both indicate that you were part of Vinco Realty? Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
all right, so do I have a motion to grant the letter of permission to Vinco Realty LLC for 615 Route 6N with the following condition? They follow the details as dictated in their April 29th letter, and once the silt fence is up, you must notify the wetlands inspector for an inspection, then you can start work, okay? So do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And, sorry,
Rich
one more.
Franzetti, call Rose.
Oh, Rose, okay.
Can we have
Rose.
these pictures for the file, please?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, call Rose, tell her you want the wetland inspector, and she'll send them out.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, next one is Mr. Higgins. Thomas Higgins, 353 Hill Street. He's got his own easel. Got problems. When you just get a chance, just
So you have to say that into the
go
mic
to
for-
the microphone.
My name is Doug McMillan. I'm the architect working with Thomas Higgins.
Okay. So, the one problem I have right off the bat, well, first of all, why don't you explain to us what you're doing?
You need the mic.
Yeah, you take the microphone.
You can take it with you.
Not home, but you can take it here.
Okay. So a brief overview of what we're doing. Hill Street is out here. We have a 10-acre piece of property that is, we had the wetlands flagged by Paul Janik. The 10 acres is back in here. It's all wetland, all of it. There's an existing house here. And what we're doing is we're renovating this part. We're gonna rebuild this section back here. The orange line is what we're gonna remove of the existing house. We're actually gonna take parts off. We're gonna try to use some of the foundation here, but I don't think that's really gonna be possible. It's not a very well-constructed old house. Then we would like to build a 3-car garage here, and we're proposing our septic up over here. We are not encroaching into the wetlands. We would have our silt fence all around here.
Where's the 100-foot area?
Is this red dotted line right here?
Okay, so you're in the buffer.
I'm in the buffer 100%, but I am not in the wetland.
Okay, so here's my problem with your application,
Okay,
is in your write-up, you say you're disturbing 21,000 square feet.
yes,
That requires a SWIP.
okay,
So anything over 5,000 square feet requires a SWIP.
correct.
So I'm gonna need a SWIP.
Yep. If I can jump in for 1 second.
Sure.
I think Rose was like, get in front of the board, get a feel for what you need, find out what you, I mean, I know
Oh,
I
okay.
need that, you know what I mean? But before I,
Before you make a formal submittal, you wanna know what you need.
yes.
Is it
and that
really
I can go with-
21,000 though? Can you just explain how you got that number? I can't, like, if you're removing part of it, I get the adding the new impervious on the far right, but, yeah, if you wouldn't mind explaining how you got that.
Well, we took, and maybe my calculations, I made assumptions and did things, and they could be wrong. I'm disturbing an area here that's close to 20,000 square
Yeah,
feet.
but you're only touching the orange, and you're touching the green, and you're touching the yellow,
Yes,
right? So you're gonna be driving with, so what you need to do for us is as follows. You're gonna need to provide us with I know you gave us a sequence of work, right?
yeah,
But you're gonna come in there with a machine to dig a foundation.
correct.
So you're gonna need to give us a machine, you tell us you're using a machine. It's gotta be stored on 6 mil poly outside the buffer.
Okay.
You have to have a spill kit. You're gonna be pouring concrete. You have a concrete washout you're gonna have to do.
Right.
You have to install silt fence. You're gonna have to get the wetlands inspector out there. We're probably gonna make you install wetland signs along the wetland marks.
Okay.
This way we'll have you put wetland signs out there.
Yep.
Couple, yeah.
Yeah, a couple dozen.
No.
And we plan, I will not be doing all of this. Jack Carell is the engineer that we usually work with. He will
Yeah.
be putting it all together, or a engineer, but somebody like Jack Carell.
Right.
So this was just really to get a feel that this is somewhat doable, and, we
Oh,
provide.
everything's doable.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pictures of the existing structure would help.
Okay.
For the area that you want to demo.
yeah,
That would be fine. The new 3-car garage, that's gonna be a slab on grade. You're gonna be disturbing that area.
yes,
You might want to look at this and say, what kind of mitigation can I do since I'm working in the wetlands?
Understood.
Either a rain garden or Coltech or something along those lines.
oh, okay,
Okay, something that, whatever, and then you have, because you're adding now more impervious surface for those 2 areas, you gotta compensate it, you gotta balance it, right?
yes, 100%, I get it, yeah.
So, Jack knows all this stuff.
Yeah.
So, are you paving the driveway, or is the driveway staying the way it is?
Let's say they want to pave it, which would be
So
worst case.
that adds into your
It's currently asphalt, though.
calculation.
Yes, it is. It's currently
It's
asphalt.
currently
That's
paved.
current, all right.
Yeah. I'll get him on board, but before I spent my client's money, you know what I mean? I was like, at a minimum, we have to get the wetlands flagged and we have to get a survey. You know what I mean? And then let's see what we got here. And this seems to work out and lay out and design-wise. Now I'll go I'll go the rest of the way with hiring the other consultants we need, get the plans all together and make a formal submission. But I didn't want to start doing that and not get in front of you.
No, I got it.
And then, you're like, absolutely not, no way. You know, I mean, it's just,
No, you already have an existing house there, you're doing it. I don't
Right, so
see
we
an
can
issue.
work within the regulated area, we can do things to meet the requirements.
then
It's
again-
actually pretty close probably to the amount of, if that orange area is being removed at the top there, and that's
Yes.
currently impervious, you're
Right.
probably pretty close to net zero. I
No,
mean,
he's
a little
adding
bit-
to that, he's taking that down and then using the existing foundation to rebuild up.
So that's not being removed totally, it's like you're
No.
bringing it down and bringing it back up.
This is being removed totally.
Totally.
This is gonna be rebuilt.
Rebuilt. Right, so
But
they
the-
I
are.
thought the orange was the foundation, all right. Then
We'll
That's
get it
being
all
removed.
clarified for you, yeah. This is being removed. This is the existing right here, so this area is new. This is on top of what's there, but we're
Got it.
gonna excavate for this and.
Right, so they're adding, the garage is basically the new
I'll
part.
go through it all with Jack.
No problem.
I'm assuming he'll be the guy, but you know what I mean? We'll
Yeah.
get it all squared away so we have everything. Like I said, I just wanted to get a feel for
Yeah,
what.
totally doable, and
Yeah.
especially if you put in some mitigation.
Yeah.
I'm curious what that box in the bottom left-hand
that
corner
is
there.
the septic.
The septic, that's where I'd like to try to put the septic. It's either gonna go there or it's gonna go back here, but I'm gonna run out of room here.
Yeah.
Run out of real estate.
Well,
Yeah.
is the well in between there? Is that what that dot
We
is?
might have to dig a new well. I'm not even, the well's here, I can move that forward, we can do that. I mean, unfortunately, like I said, they got 10.2 acres, and this is what's usable.
Yep.
Right there.
Well, no one will be building on that, so.
No,
it's-
no,
yeah.
got a lot of privacy,
Reminds me of a
so.
Monty Python sketch.
Are you gonna be putting in any new asphalt?
Well, if we do the driveway, we would probably do,
By that, I mean any net new, like, that's not there currently.
this is net new. the
Oh, it is,
courtyard.
okay.
The driveway now ends sort of right around in here.
So when you do your calculation.
We have to do it all, and
Yeah.
I understand all that.
I
It's,
see.
You
got it,
add the
yeah.
driveway, the building, the
Right.
new building, the
Right.
removal of the old, and then you dig in,
Yep.
the only thing you got going for you right now is the septic is outside the buffer.
Right.
But you gotta run pipes to it, so that's also part of the
Right, and I may have to put a pump in because it's uphill. This is a pretty good hill right here. So from the house, I'm uphill, which, I mean, I could pipe it out that way, but
Flows downhill.
very much so.
Okay.
But this was just good to make sure we can go in this direction. That's
Yeah.
really
Yes.
what we were kind of looking for.
I think the biggest thing that probably I will be looking for specifically is how you're gonna handle the leaders if you do plan on using any sort of Cultec or
Rain garden.
rain garden. I'd imagine that if you can, trying to catch all of it would be very beneficial for us.
Yeah,
Meaning if you get it all off of the roof of the existing structure, which you're gonna be rebuilding, and the new structure, you put that in someplace downhill somehow
Right.
without going into the wetlands.
Right.
That would be the ideal.
Yeah, yes, and I can put it down in here.
Sure.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And, it's just, I'll stay out of the wetland, obviously. And Jack will guide me on that. We've worked with him
Yeah,
on
he's been
projects.
before us plenty of times.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know,
yeah.
on a first name basis.
Yeah, we just did a project in Katona, well, probably
What
about a year
does
and a half.
the driveway consist of now?
Asphalt. But
Up to that point,
up to about here somewhere.
yeah.
Broken up asphalt, old,
Got it.
when you see the pictures of the old house, you'll get it, so.
Okay.
Okay, this is fantastic. At least it gives me the direction to go. That's
You
what we're
got
looking
it.
for. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have your handout data, please. Please hand in your papers. Did you graduate? Did you graduate?
Saturday.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Going to protest?
Why do you have to go down that road? Okay, next. John and Wendy Tyler, 11 Tamarack Road, repair, replace, in-kind dock.
Thank you. Hello there.
Please state your name and,
I'm Wendy Tyler.
John Tyler? Hello, hello.
Hi.
So, you want to walk us through what you're doing, what happened, and why we're here?
Yeah. So, I guess the other night, and I don't even know how long ago at this point, but my husband went out fishing. Yeah, my husband went out fishing and fell into the dock, fell through the dock. My nephew was running out, and it just like panic ensues, right? Everything is crumbling around us. He falls in the water. It's a little chilly, and yeah, there we go. And then we have to fix the dock, and we just rapidly, without much thought, said, okay, let's get to it and get this safe, and there we are.
Right. Are you replacing it in kind?
Yes, it's actually getting smaller by a couple of inches.
Yeah, because the code, the Mahopac ECB code, the environmental code requires it 25 feet off of off the land.
Correct.
The watermark.
Correct.
And you're a little bit further than that.
There is a, you could see from the map or whatever, there was like a little bridge or something.
Right.
I mean, we've only been there 4 years, right? So it's all kind of new to us. So if it was in kind, we thought, like, what, are you asking us to pull it back, or are you?
Well, I'm just, are you asking to keep it in kind, or you?
Yes.
Let's talk, could you explain, so what is your plan for repairing or replacing in kind of this, of the dock? Obviously, it was pressure treated previously, is that right?
That's correct.
And what are you replacing it with?
Pressure treated.
Same thing.
Yes.
The poles or the piles that were driven in, what were they previously?
There was wood and poles. Like a,
Galvanized?
I'm sorry?
Galvanized?
Yeah, it must have been, but some of it, but it was like,
galvanized poles,
Like 2-inch one?
wooden posts, like it's an.
20 wooden posts.
Originally, this had a boathouse on.
Aha. Do you know if the wooden posts were concreted in, or were they just driven in?
They were driven.
Okay,
They
so,
were probably mostly lying on the surface. It's
Got it.
Not even drilled.
Right.
okay. So what are you replacing? Are you replacing all of the poles and all of the the wooden beams as well?
Nothing was really
Salvageable.
because it was two sections. They had, you could see in the picture, I mean,
Yeah.
I did as best as I could. And I also included the Google Earth pictures so you guys can see that it was all there, right? We're not making this up, but,
No.
we're trying to do the right thing. The dock had a, like, old wooden boat cutout into it.
And that
then
sagged.
somebody had filled it in with other wood, and there was literally a post in the middle of it. And then, since we moved there, you know, the water levels have gone up and down a lot lately. So that rose the middle of the entire dock, which sunk the far left corner, which is where I fell in, and there was nothing supported that section.
Okay. Is that what this picture is here with the boat, where it looks
You can
underwater?
see
Yeah.
half of it's underwater. That was
Yeah.
about 7 months ago, something like that, whenever the water level was high again. But every time the water level was high, it was like that.
Yeah.
So it was just deteriorating over time, but we actually didn't think we needed to replace anything
Until you fell in.
I would rather not replace the dock. I don't think anybody wants to do that.
So what are you replacing then all of the piles and beams and all of that with?
New pot.
Just metal
Yeah.
driven in?
Galvanized.
2-inch half-inch, 2-inch galvanized pipe.
Yep.
I
Driven
saw
in.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's there.
I was out there couple of Saturdays, and
Oh, yeah?
I noticed the dock.
Yeah.
So I saw the galvanized piles, and I saw them framing out the dock.
Okay.
You have a contractor already doing, starting work on that, or are you doing it yourself?
Abigail. He was recommended to
He
us.
does one of the local marines.
Yep.
And that's where we got the right.
Sure.
Okay. So the only areas that you're replacing right now is the 16 by 20 area, correct?
Yes.
And
You're leaving
and there's a little side dock that,
The walking dock?
yeah, I mean, you can see from the picture, that was literally floating off.
Yep.
We tied it, as a matter of fact, with a rope.
I thought it was currently tied with a rope.
What are you, replacing that with?
It's actually going to be, if it works out, if you guys give us permission, part of the middle dock had a small aluminum frame. So whoever built this originally must have been an aluminum guy, because the bridge is aluminum, there's a small aluminum frame.
Sure.
So I'd rather just use that aluminum frame, it's not gonna go anywhere.
And it sits on our,
And it
on
sits
that
on the
concrete
concrete wall that
that's there.
is on the.
And it's gonna be installed as shown on this picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Which picture? Oh, yeah.
That's true.
So is that gonna be floating, or are you going to be,
It sits on our,
I'll do two pilings, two
oh, okay.
smaller pilings.
I can see there's one piling there already, is that right? Like there was supposed to be one there, that's,
I mean,
okay.
it's not piles, it was a wooden post.
Sure. Yep. Someone's piling.
Somebody's.
Are you attaching that at all to the bulkhead?
What,
No, just two pilings.
bulkhead?
The
wall.
wall that's behind it.
Oh. I mean,
It'll sit
it would
on it.
sit on it, because there's a ledge on the,
Oh, so it's gonna be higher than what the old one is right now? You're gonna have that come out?
well,
a
the
couple of feet.
ledge sit is in the wall, it'll be level with it.
Versus kind of facing it.
So the wall that you, are you looking at this picture with the little kayak on
I
it?
am, yes.
Okay. So if you see the wall,
Yep,
right?
Yep,
If you go into the water, there's like a ledge, like it's like a seawall, right? And it goes out and then down again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it would sit on. You just can't, even if we took a picture with my iPhone, you wouldn't be able to see it because of the water unless it's super clear.
Got it.
But- Does that make sense?
yep.
But it doesn't need to, I don't think, to be drilled into the slate
No.
concrete patio. I don't think it's,
Perfect.
Now, where are they now? They just have the structure, the substructure done, right?
yeah, and, he came out and put a thing around it.
A boom?
Yeah,
He put a floating boom around it?
yeah.
Yep.
So when I'm straightforward with it. He came out, he cut out a corner of the dock, inspected it, we decided just to replace the whole thing. He came out to start the work, and he didn't have the boom, and I did ask him
Do we need
if
this?
he could install one. He didn't have one, he purchased it, continued the work, and then installed it. I think
It wasn't there when I saw it.
Right, I
Monday-
think it was like,
whatever that Monday was,
I don't remember what day.
because I wasn't home, and I got home late, but it was there Monday, whatever the Monday that was.
Well, this
I
was,
think it was last Monday.
it was,
I'd have to look at the,
all right, so this is what,
But
so
I did
here's the
bring- I
deal.
did bring that up.
Make sure, all right, so
If
I have
he's
no
building
problem
the
issuing a
house
letter.
on the
I don't have an
lake.
issue with, so I'm gonna make a motion to the board to issue a letter of permission to allow you to continue to rebuild the dock
thank you.
with the following conditions.
Can I ask one more question before you do, sir?
Yes, you may.
Are you using any concrete?
No,
I'm done.
So I'm gonna recommend approving it with the following condition, that the boom be installed and left in place until the work is completed. And it must be inspected by you have to call the,
Town engineer.
wetland inspector, make sure it's installed, and then when you're done, and when the boom comes out, he has to verify that it's done, and that's it, so.
so we call the wetlands inspector to schedule that?
Yeah,
to
you
come
go
out?
through Rose. Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion then to grant the letter of permission to John and Wendy Tyler for 11 Tamarack Road for the installation of a replace, repair, in place in kind of a boat dock as shown on the documents, with the following condition, that a floating boom be installed during the entire course of work and be removed upon completion. And must be inspected by the town wetlands inspector. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you. So, can I ask, what do we do next? Do I go see Rose on Monday?
See Rose on Monday,
Okay.
or Tuesday, Monday. She should have, I don't think she's in tomorrow, but she'll have a letter of permission for you to do it.
Okay.
I have to send her an email tonight telling her that.
That's
your
fine.
condition,
Yeah.
and then. put the-
Once we have that, are we allowed
Once you have
to?
that, you're allowed to go.
Okay.
One last question as I'm
Sure.
looking at this photo here.
Yeah.
On the far right, looking at this.
Yep. Wait.
That is a slip, right?
No, it's a floating.
It was a
jet ski
floating
dock
jet ski dock, which
Got it.
is likely to be gone anyway soon, so.
With all the high water,
It's-
literally, you know our cove? It floated to McDonald's.
It did?
Yeah.
I tie everything down. I was cleaning a little area to let the dogs swim, and I untied it. And then the next day, we had that big rainstorm.
It's gone.
And nothing leaves that cove. Everything comes in, we get all kinds of floats.
Well, this only happens to me.
So are you planning on keeping that? I mean, if it's just a floating one.
We're
it's
actually probably gonna do
We're
it.
selling it
Got it,
probably.
okay.
All right,
That's it.
very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We got two.
Yeah.
Can I have
Here, you wanna give me
your
one of those?
literature?
Here, there's an extra one. Just for you.
Thank
The end
you.
of the meeting.
You're awesome.
That wasn't me.
Okay, we have no other agenda items, so do I have, first of all, I'd like to say congratulations to our board member for graduating college.
Thank you.
Wish you the best of luck, and hopefully your future career is bright.
Thank you so much.
So with that, do I have a motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, and have a nice Memorial Day.